Let's make $100,000 feel like a plan instead of a fantasy. If you save $500 a month and invest it at a realistic 8% average return, you hit $100,000 in just under 12 years. Bump that to $1,000 a month, and it drops to under 7 years. That's not a guess. That's compound math. The same math that works whether you're 22 or 42. The number isn't the hard part. The habit is. Most people who never hit 100K don't fail because they didn't earn enough. They fail because their system for saving depended on willpower. And willpower runs out the same week rent goes up, or a friend's wedding shows up out of nowhere. I'm Mobest, and today I want to walk you through the minimalist path to your first 100K. Not a spreadsheet, not a 10-step master plan, but the 3 moves that actually get you there, and why most people quietly abandon the journey before it ever compounds into anything real. Here's why most people never get there in the first place. It's not usually the big dramatic failures, the wild spending sprees, the impulsive car purchase. It's smaller than that. It's lifestyle creep. Every raise quietly becomes a slightly nicer apartment, a slightly nicer car payment, and a slightly bigger everyday budget, until the gap between what you earn and what you save never actually grows, no matter how much your income does. 5 years of raises can pass, and the savings account looks almost exactly like it did on day 1, because every extra dollar found a new place to live before it ever reached an investment account. The second failure point is inconsistency.
Income that isn't steady, gig work, commission, freelance, or even just a job with irregular bonuses, makes traditional save 20% every month advice almost impossible to follow. Because 20% of what exactly, when your income looks different every single week? People try it, miss a month, feel like a failure, and quietly give up on the whole idea of saving altogether. The advice wasn't wrong. It just assumed a kind of paycheck stability a huge number of people simply don't have. So here's the minimalist fix in 3 moves. Move 1. Automate a small, non-negotiable amount before you can touch it. Not 20% of an unpredictable paycheck, a fixed, boring, small number, even $50 a week, moved automatically the moment money lands, before your brain gets a vote. This isn't about the dollar amount being large. It's about making the behavior automatic enough that missing it feels wrong, the same way forgetting to lock your front door feels wrong. Consistency beats intensity every time, because $50 a week that never stops beats $500 a month that stops after 6 weeks. The account itself matters less than you'd think at this stage. The goal is simply to make the transfer happen without a decision attached to it.
Move 2. Cut the lifestyle multiplier before it starts. Every possession you add doesn't just cost its price tag. It drags a tail of ongoing costs behind it. A car isn't just a car payment. It's insurance, maintenance, parking, and gas. An apartment upgrade isn't just higher rent. It's higher utilities, higher renter's insurance, and the quiet temptation to fill the extra space with more stuff to match it. The fastest way to hit 100K isn't earning dramatically more. It's keeping your lifestyle flat while your income rises. So the gap between the two, the part that actually gets saved, gets wider every single year instead of staying frozen. This is the same principle we've talked about before on this channel, just aimed specifically at a number instead of a feeling. Move 3. Put the money somewhere it actually compounds, not somewhere it just sits. Cash sitting in a regular checking account isn't growing. It's quietly losing value to inflation every year, even while the number on the screen stays the same. A Roth IRA or its equivalent, a basic index fund, a diversified investment account, none of this requires being a stock-picking expert. It requires opening the account once, setting up the automatic transfer once, and then leaving it alone. The people who actually reach 100K aren't the ones who found the perfect investment or timed the market correctly. They're the ones who started early, stayed boring, and never touched it.
Let's do the actual math on what this looks like combined. Someone earning a modest income, automating $50 a week,
that's about $217 a month, into an index fund averaging 8% annual returns hits $100,000 in a little under 19 years from a standing start of zero. Bump the automated amount to $100 a week, roughly $433 a month, and that timeline drops to just over 12 years. Push it to $150 a week, and you're looking at closer to 9 years. Add in even modest income growth over that time, redirect it into the same account instead of lifestyle upgrades, and the whole timeline compresses further, sometimes dramatically. This isn't a get-rich-quick number. It's a get-rich-certain number, if you actually stay consistent long enough for the math to do its work. Let me show you two people, because consistency is where this actually gets decided. Marcus and Jade started at the same job, same starting salary, same month. Marcus got a raise about 8 months in, and it went straight into his lifestyle. A nicer apartment, a car upgrade, eating out more because he could finally afford it now. It felt like progress. It looked like progress from the outside. 2 years later, he got another raise, and the same pattern repeated almost exactly. His income had grown meaningfully over that time. His savings account had grown by almost nothing, because every increase in what he earned was matched almost exactly by an increase in what he spent, month after month, without him ever consciously deciding that's what he wanted.
Jade got the same 2 raises from the same company at the same time. Both times, she kept her apartment, kept her car, and redirected the entire raise amount straight into her automated investment transfer. Her day-to-day life barely changed on the surface. Same neighborhood, same routine, same weekend habits. But 4 years in, her automated contribution had grown from $217 a month to nearly $600 a month, entirely funded by raises she'd never actually felt spending, because she'd never let her lifestyle catch up to her income in the first place. Same company, same raises, same exact starting point. Jade was on pace to hit $100K years before Marcus, not because she earned more than him, but because the gap between her income and her spending kept widening while his stayed flat. So if $100K has always felt like a distant, abstract number, here's what I want you to actually take from this. It's not about a dramatic income jump or a lucky investment pick. It's about 3 unglamorous moves. Automate a small, fixed amount before you can spend it, keep your lifestyle flat while your income rises, and put the money somewhere it compounds instead of somewhere it just sits and quietly shrinks. None of these require willpower in the traditional sense. They require setup once, and then just not touching it.
Go set up that automatic transfer this week. Start smaller than feels impressive. $50 a week beats a $500 plan you abandon in 6 weeks, every single time. Because the math only works if the habit survives long enough to compound. If this made $100K feel more like a plan and less like a fantasy, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more videos that actually run the real numbers instead of just repeating advice. And tell me in the comments, what's the smallest automatic amount you'd actually stick with long term? I read every single one.